What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Weekly Bangers. I'm Gronk, and with me is Mike, and absent is Cahill, who's still on his yearly hiatus, his 2 week leave, so we'll let him off. But this is the show where we listen to music, we roll new albums every week, spin a wheel from the top 500 list of all time, and we listen to it and come back and review it. So this week we are talking about Sinead O'Connor's I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got album.
'Cause nothing compares to you.
Mike, take us away, man. What's your background and research?
Thanks, Rank. So I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got is Sinead O'Connor's second studio album, came out in 1990. She had already kind of previously gotten critical success with her debut album, The Lion and the Cobra, but this album was her kind of commercial breakthrough. The album explores social issues, religion, as well as like personal issues such as love, loss, trauma. Pretty cool. She was the primary songwriter for like the entire album. Obviously, Prince wrote "Nothing Compares to You," but she was the primary songwriter for the rest of it, which is really cool, because of how personal it is. Also, she was the primary producer for the vast majority of the album, which is really cool
Huh.
as well. The album was nominated for 4 Grammys. It won only one of them. It won Best Alternative Music Performance, but she boycotted the Grammys and rejected the Grammy because she said that it was too commercial and driven by materialism. That's
Wow.
pretty cool.
Average
Um,
Sinead O'Connor behavior, I suppose.
yeah, yeah. So the album went number one in Ireland, UK, the US, along with other countries, and it sold 7 million copies worldwide. And it is 457th on the Rolling Stones greatest albums of all time tier list. Nope, not tier list, regular list.
Yeah. We're the ones with the tier list. Rolling Stones
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the one with the top 500.
yeah, exactly. Wait around to the end of the video to see where it ranks on the tier list.
Yes.
Gronk, man, what did you think of this album?
I adored it. I loved it so much.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Really high praise. And I actually never heard any of Sinead O'Connor's music, which is a bit of a disgrace being an Irish citizen, born and bred, but not even Nothing Compares to You. I would have never heard that. Had no expectations really. Like the bar wasn't set anywhere, and then it just kind of blew me out of the water. Yeah, so good throughout. Really consistent. I don't really think there's a skip. I do think the first opening track and the ending track are both. I wouldn't consider them so much as like music songs, if that makes sense. They're more just kind of like the intro, outro, like the two bookends of the album. And then everything in between that I think is so lovely. It's such a powerful, like emotional album. It's so personal. Hits on like so many different sensitive topics. Yeah, I just love it all around. Mike, what you think?
It's interesting. Um, yeah, it's good. It's really emotional. I think yeah, her voice is like really, really good, and not even just like tonally, but I think like how she uses it to like convey her emotions. Like when she's angry, you can feel it. When she's sad, you can feel it, and not even in a way where it doesn't feel like she was like, all right, I'm gonna sing this song sad. I'm gonna sing this song angry. I think like she actually just sings with so much passion and emotion, and it like really comes through, and you can really feel it. Yeah, and as you said, like touched on so many different topics and like really like deep topics. Like, when she has those like raw personal songs, she really like they're really personal and really like hard hitting.
It's very,
Um,
very vulnerable, like for her to
very vulnerable. Yeah,
sing about a lot of that stuff.
I will say though, I don't know if then my enjoyment of the album I would like maybe talk so highly about.
Mm,
I don't know if I like enjoyed listening to the album as much as you,
hmm.
while I do appreciate the album a lot, and I appreciate her a lot. Like I think she's really cool, and it really, I really wanted to love this album. But I can't say I do, even though I appreciate all those things and all that. Yeah.
All right, we're set for some differing opinions, so I think. But um, yeah, I agree with you about like all the passion stuff, and I was kind of looking into her a little bit as well while we were listening throughout the week, because I mean I wouldn't have known much about her.
Mhm.
And watching, well, first of all, nothing compares to you. I had no idea that that was a cover of a Prince song, so that's on me. By the way, I do think her cover is infinitely better than Prince's version.
Infinitely. Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Maybe not
100%.
infinitely, but it's better,
Yeah.
and you can feel like the emotion in her voice. I watched the music video on YouTube, like the official one, and
Hmm.
one of the it's towards the end, one of the last verses when she starts talking about like her mom, and there's a line about like planting flowers and all the flowers are dead, and you can see in the music video it's like it's an image of her face, video of her singing it, and you can see like tears start streaming down her face after that line.
Yeah,
This is like, damn, she's so
that is good.
passionate
And
about it.
apparently that wasn't. Yeah, I saw that she said that that wasn't like scripted or she
Yeah,
didn't mean for that to happen. But then when it started, she was like, I should just let this happen.
yeah, really cool. She is very like rogue in that sense, I suppose, just as a personality. Like she kind of does what she wants, from what I gather.
Mhm.
Says what
Yeah,
she wants.
she's very like rebellious. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, but I think yeah, like nothing compares to you. I think is like one of the best like breakup songs ever. I think is like so good.
yeah,
I just like it's very emotional. Even like the first lines, like it's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away and all that. I think yeah, she just brings so much to the song. I think it's way better than Prince. I wouldn't listen to Prince's version, and it's not because it's bad, but just because like why would I listen to it when there's this? She brings so much to the song.
yeah. I agree. And I actually do. You were saying there at the start how your appreciation for the album is very high. Your enjoyment
Yeah,
isn't as high. I can see
yeah,
why you or anyone would say that. But
mhm,
I don't know. It just kind of clicked for me in a very nice way. And typically, I probably wouldn't enjoy some of those types of songs because I think it's kind of like a slow burn at times. Like, not all the songs are like super fast paced. There are some of those, but a lot of them are more sort of atmospheric, I guess.
yeah.
Um, but I do think the majority of songs like build up to something really well. Um, like I'm Stretched on Your Grave, like that ending with the sort of traditional music when
The
that
fiddle
kicks
comes
in.
in, yeah.
Yeah, the fiddle. I was gonna guess the flute, but once again, our knowledge of instruments is just fucking clearly shining through. Last Day of Our Acquaintance has a similar sort of slow burn and it builds up at the end. It's like a climax.
Yeah,
I
big
really like
time.
that.
Yeah, you can feel like the emotions, like her emotions growing as she's singing it and all that, and like same like in and the instrumental follows that as well.
Yeah,
Um, and all the instruments come in at the end.
yeah,
Um,
marvelous.
I'm Stretched on Your Grave. Yeah, I think that's like it is cool. Like the fact that it's what was a 17th century Irish
Mm,
poem, but she translated it into English and then sang over this like hip hop sounding beat. It's kind of cool, but like it's cool, but I don't love the song really.
really,
But when the fiddle comes in, it's really really cool. Um,
yeah.
yeah.
It's almost like the beat of it is sort of like trancy, almost in a way. It's
Mm, okay.
like sort of trippy. That's the vibes I got anyway.
Yeah.
The beginning of the album, oh, she starts off by saying, "God grants me the courage to something
Yeah.
something." That's like a well-known. I think it's called like gratitude prayer. It's done in like Alcoholics Anonymous.
Oh, okay.
It's
Cool.
cool. It's a really cool prayer.
Yeah. 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 No, I like that. I like that opening.
Um,
I also like the song a lot. I understand what you mean when you said I do not want what I haven't got. The final song isn't like really like a song, but I can't really see why you'd say that about Feel So Different.
yeah, you are right. I guess it's
It's
just the nature
very
of it.
much
It's
song.
sort of slower and more like spoken, but it's definitely would be
Yeah.
considered a song. That would be one that
I think the
if I had to skip through anything, it would probably
that
be.
would be the one.
I do think
Really.
it serves well as a as an intro to the album.
I think it's great. I love like the growing instruments throughout the song, like the build up uh, as if the song goes on and the like, doo, 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 and the violin. I also love that line going into the final chorus when she goes like, "No, I,"
Yeah.
and like she just sings it so beautifully. It's so cool that part.
She has loads of bits like that where her voice, like she'll just raise it really high and then come back down again. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? She does it really well. Or even some of her kind of ad libs, like towards the end, she's got some like la 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 and some ooh ooh
yeah,
ooh.
yeah,
They're so good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think in
Um,
Three Babies, she does that really well with her voice as well, where she like changes the pitch. She kind of emphasizes different stuff, and that's another really emotional song, really vulnerable song.
yeah, that song's beautiful, but like really like harrowing, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
it being about her like three miscarriages that she will always carry with her. That she what is it? These three babies that I will always carry with me or something, I think.
Mm,
Um, yeah, like that's one that's just like kind of one of the times where, as I was saying about how like the personal songs, they were like really like deeply personal, which is really nice to hear. I really like that song
yeah, I love it too.
because it's so sad.
And the
Yeah.
lyrics are, a lot of them are very well written as well. Like it's sort of
Hmm.
poetic. Like it's not just emotional because of her voice. It's also like what she's saying and all
Yeah,
that jazz. Like The
I,
Emperor's
I
New
like the
Clothes,
part
I
where she
think,
was. Oh
has
yeah.
some great lyrics.
Oh,
Also, when Three Babies ends and it's like, very slow, emotional song, and then Emperor's New Clothes
yeah,
comes on and it's that like machine gun type of drums at the start. And like
yeah, yeah,
oh, I love that. I love that bit so much.
yeah, yeah. That song feels like it's like a fun upbeat song, but then the lyrics just don't match it.
Yeah.
The lyrics are about her like personal struggles as well. So, but
There are multiple songs that give me like great energy, even if what they're singing about is sad. That's an example of one of them.
Jump in the River, I think, is
Yeah,
the same, where it has kind of a similar kind of vibe like that.
yeah. And I would even say the same about I'm Stretched on Your Grave, even though that might
Yeah.
make not a lot of sense to you. I don't know, I feel like it's kind of invigorating, like I was walking around like proper bopping to it.
Another really like beautiful sad song, Black Boys on Mopeds.
Yeah,
It's great. It's just her and an acoustic guitar for the whole song. Um, yeah, just like really good like story, and it's talking about
yeah,
like police brutality in the UK. Um, and yeah, I like the way she tells the story as well. Honestly, this the way she does storytelling in that song kind of reminds me of like how Phoebe Bridgers would like tell a story in her lyrics. I don't know what it is, so maybe I'm wrong in that because I can't fully explain what it is, but it just reminds me of it. Like I can picture Phoebe Bridgers singing
mm,
it.
yeah. I agree with you. I love the message behind that as well. Again, just another like really powerful song. You cause
You
as much
cause much
sorrow.
sorrow.
Yeah. Oh, Jinx, double Jinx.
Jinx. Dub, trip.
I got my
Right, I'll
Jinx
just stay quiet
license
for the rest
anyway.
of the review, so I suppose.
All right, I got you. I'll take it away.
Yeah.
You Cause As Much Sorrow was a song that grew on me at the very end. A little bit slower again as some of the other ones, but another one with like a good build up, I think, and a good climax. And once again, like the message and the meaning behind it. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Yeah.
You're unjinxed. You're unjinxed.
Thank you. Um, yeah, no, I agree. It's kind of slow. Well, then it kind of picks up as the kind of goes on. But I like it. I'm assuming it's about her mom because of she obviously had a very like shit childhood with her mom being like emotionally and physically abusive to her. Apparently, she'd like make her like sleep outside and like wouldn't give her food and like like psychological manipulation and stuff and all
uh,
that.
just the
So
usual
that's why
stuff.
I'm assuming. Oh yeah, yeah. Like it still obviously really affects her. So she
Hmm.
causes as much sorrow, dead as alive. I also like whatever instrument that is, the boom. I think it's the final verse, the boom boom boom. Or I can't even do it, but there's a cool instrument in there near enough to the end anyway. Then I do not want what I haven't got. Like that's a skip, honestly. Like I'm not going to listen through all that. But
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not. You're not gonna put it on as like when you're on the aux
yeah, yeah.
at the
Try to hype up
function.
everyone for a night out. Yeah,
But like I think again, it's a great ending for the album. It's just her speaking in sort of a poetic way, and I just love the whole album experience. Um, I think it's a very smooth listen.
yeah. I wish I kind of felt that, and like, because I do like so much about the album, but I just don't find it so much as an enjoyable listen.
Mm,
Um,
that's fine. I mean, that's just
yeah,
like music at the end of the day. This can be the greatest album of all time and
hmm,
like a masterpiece in how it's written, and you just might not
yeah,
enjoy it as much as.
I know, yeah. But it was just like particularly this because she's Irish, and I like because
Yeah.
I like her a lot. I was just like I wanted to. I was also watching a bit more about the whole thing with the Pope thing. I don't know if you did any more research on that, but it was on SNL when she did it, and so she was covering War by Bob Marley. That's about like racism and stuff, but she was singing it in terms of child abuse. And when she said there's a line that goes like good versus evil, and when she says evil, she like whips out the Pope and then rips it.
Uh,
And then 2 weeks later, she was performing at the Bob Dylan tribute concert thing. And when she walked out, she was just getting like booed and booed, and like there was applause there as well. But like obviously after 2 weeks, what happened 2 weeks prior, like she was getting a lot of hate, and it looked like she was affecting her a lot. But it was affecting her a lot. Then Christopherson came over and was like, "Don't let them get you down." And she was like, "I'm not down." Uh, then the piano starts coming into the play the song that she was meant to play, Bob Dylan song, and she was like, "No, cut out the piano." Um, and then she was like, "Turn up the microphone." And then she starts singing again this War, the same song she sang 2 weeks ago, and she's singing it like so much aggression, so much
well,
passion, and like you can really feel it. Like you can like it's like really, it's class. Um, and then she just like walks off the stage, and like I was genuinely getting like emotional like
mm,
watching that video. It's like just to see how like passionate and stuff she is. So
yeah, no,
cool to see.
she is a badass. In fairness,
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
well, it's fine that you didn't enjoy the album. That's just a this
Yeah.
disrespect to Irish culture and the whole country and everything.
Yeah. I see. I can't say that I didn't enjoy it. I don't. Oh no. I guess. Yeah. I guess that is what I'm saying. But
You didn't enjoy it as much
um,
as well as it's sort of produced and all of the message and
yeah.
meaning behind
And like. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I think it's just for me the listening experience wasn't as enjoyable. But then also I do enjoy the meaning of the songs and like, her like performance and all that.
it. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Well,
Yeah.
we're just having immigration come to your door there and take away your visa, your Irish passport. So it's.
That's it. Yeah. That's it for me now.
Would you have a list of your top songs, favorite songs?
Yeah. A couple of honorable mentions in no particular order. I would say The Emperor's New Clothes and Three Babies.
Hmm.
Then my top three. For number three, I would say You Cause As Much Sorrow, I think.
Nice.
Um, then Black Boys on Mopeds is my number two. Love
Yeah,
that song. And then number one, of course, is Nothing Compares to You. So fucking good.
yeah. I mean, if that's not your number one song, then you're a bit mental, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my top three anyway. Number three, Black Boys on Mopeds. Number two, Nothing Compares to You.
Wait, what the fuck? What?
And
Really?
yeah, and number
Why
one,
would
Emperor's New Clothes.
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Had to go with that, honestly. Something about that song is just so invigorating to me, and the drums are just so badass. Actually, the drums stood out in loads of parts of this album to me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'm Stretched on Your Grave, another example of that. And then if I had to do honorable mentions, I'd mention the rest of the album really, except for the first and last song. I think all of it is right up there in its own way.
Okay. I would say Feel So Different would probably be number six if I had to.
Okay. Oh
Particularly
God.
like I like my top five I really, really do like.
Hmm.
So like I don't want to come across like I hate everything about the song. Like as in these top five songs, I like my top three of my honorable mentions are great songs that I will definitely be coming back to.
Hmm. I think I know what you're gonna rate this in the tier list. Reading
Really?
your mind, yeah.
All right. That means you say my number in the tier list, my letter, and then I'll say yours.
All right, and then we'll reveal the actual.
Oh wait, well, you actually okay, great.
All right, all right. Speaking for you, I think you're
Okay,
gonna
and I'm
give it.
speaking for you.
Wait, I'll just say it. I think you're gonna give it
Okay,
a C, maybe a B minus.
I think you're gonna give it an A.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just go with my gut here anyway.
You ready? Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it.
3,
Two,
1, S.
C. Ooh.
Yeah, I had to go there.
Holy
Sinead
shit.
O'Connor spoke to me there and told me to give it an S. I was
Damn.
I was
Okay.
thinking of
Wow.
A for a while, but I don't know. At
Wow.
least I was
Okay.
right. I was right with your C.
Yeah, you were, yeah.
Well, I guess we have.
God, that's a huge gap.
All right, do you want to tentatively put it in an A? I'd say
No, I'd say we just leave it where it is now.
unranked.
Unranked. It's unranked so far.
I suppose if you have any outstanding opinions about how you rank it, you can leave them in the comments. We'll take that into consideration too. But I'm not accepting anyone who doesn't say it's at least an A tier album. Well, there you have it. Sinead O'Connor remains not in the tier list because I said S and Mike said C. We just don't know how to harmonize that. We'll see
Yeah.
where it ends up. We will have final verdict some other time. Yes,
You all excited?
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm hoping we spin the Velvet Underground.
I got the script and they told me it's going to be Aquemini by Outcast.
Okay.
So, you ready?
Yeah, let's go. Nice.
Okay. Nice. Born to Run,
I like
Bruce
that.
Springsteen.
This is a well
20,
done.
wait, it's ranked number 21.
Yeah, guys, this is a
Whoa.
top 21 album of all time, apparently via source. So, have you heard Brucey before?
Yeah, of course. But
I've not heard much of him. I know the song "Born in the USA" because where I used to work, they played it literally every day on like the speakers, so it kind of became engraved in my head. But other than that,
you know Dancing in the Dark, though.
probably. I mean, if it's got a billion views, nearly a billion listens,
Uh,
I probably do. I
you
don't know.
dancing in the dark. Do, do,
I
do,
didn't
do,
know.
do, do.
I didn't know Nothing Compares to You, and that has 500 million.
This, I
Back
don't know
in,
any songs from this album.
it's good. You don't know what to expect,
Yeah,
man. Anything could happen. We're back in
back
the
to the
70s.
70s.
Yeah, let's go.
Probably just the
Our favorite
best
era,
decade for music, honestly.
maybe.
So it's 1975, 8 songs, 39 minutes.
I think we've been on a
Is this a
great.
good time to mention a bit of context that we're from the USA and we actually used to know Bruce Springsteen when we were in primary school?
Yeah. Well, I'm taking down my Ireland flag there. That's no longer relevant. I can stop pretending to be Irish. Put up the US flag now. Born in the USA.
You actually are in America. I guess the viewers don't know that.
Yeah, that is true. So that mean I'll enjoy this album more than you. We now have a Spotify playlist, and it's linked in our description. And essentially, just every week we throw in our top songs from the respective albums that we listen to. So it's going to turn into like a big amalgamation of all these cool songs in the end. You can throw it
Yeah,
on while you do your dishes or fly your rocket ship to the moon or whatever you do.
yeah, yeah. Elon Musk is actually a big recurring viewer.
All right, so there you have it. Thank you for tuning in to our little discussion of Sinead O'Connor. And we have Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run, rolled for next week. So we're going to be listening to that. Feel free to listen along if you'd like and come back in a week's time to hear all of our thoughts on Brucey. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Ciao.